Neil Hare. I'm President and CEO of Global Vision Communications and the head of the newly launched Taiwanese American Chamber of Commerce, or Tacc. On behalf of our members and our board and staff, I'd like to welcome you here today to the Tacc headquarters here at the Alma Shrine Center. Before we get started, I would like to recognize a few people who were instrumental in putting Tacc together and getting us to this point. First, we do have some board members present, so when I call your name, if you could please stand up and be recognized. Shelley Himes, William Seng, David Bolger, I don't think Bolger's here, and Richard Bogan I know is here. Richard, thank you. We also have a delegation of members who have come all the way from Taiwan to be with us today, and we'd like to recognize them. If you could stand up and say hello. Yes. It's a very long trip if you haven't done it, so it means a lot for you to be here. And finally, I just want to thank our media partner, the Washington Examiner, and Nick Sweezy, who also I think is running a bit late. They've been an excellent partner for this event and advertising and additional campaigns we've run with them. So thanks to Nick. Also, you might be wondering what this building is. I know a lot of people have walked by it many times and they don't really know exactly what it is. This building was originally built in 1929. It is an official historic landmark here in DC. And this building serves also as the home of the Alma Shriners, who work to support the efforts of Shriners Hospital for Children. You may have seen their ads on TV. And they provide unbelievable care for children all over the country. It's a really worthy cause if you'd like to look into it and supporting them. So almost 3 years ago to the day, a colleague referred a client to me that was based in Taiwan, and the client was called the Taiwan Civil Government. It is an educational and advocacy group with over 60,000 members throughout Taiwan. Founded by respected businessman Dr. Roger Lin and his wife Julian, their mission is to work towards the international recognition of Taiwan and the right to self-determination by the Taiwanese people. As you may or may not know, Taiwan is not recognized by the United States, the United Nations, the EU, and most of the countries of the world. At the time, I knew the basic history of Taiwan and a fair amount about it, but I'll admit I was not a Taiwan expert. But what I've learned over the last 3 years has been extraordinary and led to the launch of Tacc. Taiwan is an island nation of only 25 million people, yet boasts the 11th largest economy in the world based on GDP. It is the 10th largest trading partner of the United States, with $65.3 billion in goods traded. In services, trade and services with Taiwan totaled $19.4 billion in 2016. The top export categories in 2016 included machinery at $5.4 billion, aircraft at $3.2 billion, optical and medical instruments $1.8 billion, and organic chemicals $824 million. Taiwan also represented the United States' 7th largest agricultural export market, with leading domestic export categories including soybeans, corn, beef, wheat, and fruit. In terms of technology, Taiwan is widely regarded as one of the leading global leaders in cybersecurity, mainly due to the fact that they have been, since 2003, it has been under constant cyber attack by the People's Republic of China, and necessity became the mother of invention. And one last stat for you, which is my favorite. Taiwan had 52 companies that were suppliers to Apple in the production of the Apple or the iPhone X, which, by the way, is more than the United States and Japan. So an incredible accomplishment. What I find more remarkable, perhaps, with this thriving economic powerhouse is, as I stated, it remains unrecognized by the United States and the global community of nations. I can't think of another situation in the world today where you have a nation providing this much value to the global economy without receiving any acknowledgement diplomatically. I can also tell you that after working with many Taiwanese people over the last several years and traveling there on many occasions, it is a wonderful and warm culture with a lot to offer. The food is terrific. even though I must admit I passed on the snake on a stick and the snake wine. Well, Shelley tried it, though, so it was impressive, in the famous night markets of Taipei. The history is long and fascinating, and the island has a lot to see and do. But most importantly, the Taiwanese people are friendly and welcoming, and I'm proud to call many of them my dear friends. So with all this happening with Taiwan, a great economy, culture, people, technology, and a close relationship with the United States, I thought it was only logical to create the Taiwanese American Chamber of Commerce. While there are other business groups working in Taiwan, there are none, to our knowledge, with a strong grassroots network of Taiwanese companies and individuals on the ground. We already have a robust and growing membership base of Taiwanese companies of all sizes and sectors. Our mission is to match that network with U.S. companies who would like to increase exports or start exporting to Taiwan, importing Taiwanese products or finding subcontractors or partners there on the ground. We'll work for free trade agreement with Taiwan and enhance cooperations on all levels: economic, diplomatic, political, and military. Taiwan is incredibly important to the United States on a geopolitical level, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say that Taiwan is a critical piece of the puzzle that is our ongoing relationship with China, something we will be discussing today. We hope that our new chamber will help facilitate more positive economic activity and find a solution to that complicated puzzle. Thank you again for attending this important event today. I hope you're looking forward to a great panel discussion. We have some excellent speakers today, and we'll include your questions, so please start thinking about them. And I certainly hope you join us for the reception afterwards. With that, I'd like to introduce our first speaker, Hector Barreto. The Honorable Hector Barreto is the chairman of the Latino Coalition, the largest and most effective Latino advocacy group in the nation. Hector served for 5 years as the administrator of the U.S. Small Business Administration under President George W. Bush. During his tenure, Hector led the SBA to record heights of support for small businesses, especially minority and female entrepreneurs who had historically been underserved, by leveraging a loan portfolio that exceeded $60 billion. Hector comes from an entrepreneurial family, and his late father, Hector Barreto Sr., was the founder of the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and was an advisor to President Reagan. And near and dear to my heart, Hector founded Tributo a mi Padre Tequila in 2011 to honor his late father. And I may have had a little bit of that over the years, Hector. More importantly, I'm proud to call Hector a dear friend. So with that, I'm going to come sit next to you and we're going to have a chat.